guys, Jess here with the Not So Hopeless Wanderers. Apologize again for the long break that we had there. We had some sickness going through the house and just exhausting in these, upstate New York winters. We can give you an idea here. Yeah, it's pretty cold and snowy and miserable. But that's okay because it is Christmas and I wanted to show you guys my minimalist in progress Christmas setup here. This has been a couple years ongoing. Last Christmas I gave you my heart. Wait, what? I started downsizing. I started going through my stuff. I realized I had a lot of old decorations from, when my style was a little bit different. So I unloaded a lot of that stuff. And then over the course of the year, I've gotten to the point where I really don't want to store a lot of things. Like, that's the whole thing, is I don't want to have to take up a lot of space storing a whole ton of stuff, things that take forever to put up and take down. I want to be able to enjoy the holiday and the season and feel festive without having to spend a ton of time, putting things up, taking things down. CJ says hello. CJ. So, this is kind of where we're at after a little over a year kind of downsizing our stuff. I unloaded several bigger things this year, so I am excited. I did reach my goal of trying to get the decorations down to one box or bin. This is actually the bin that we're working with this year. I had, going into last Christmas, I had 2 boxes plus. Then I got it down to just the 2 boxes last Christmas, and then I eliminated the second box this Christmas, which was mostly the bigger, bulkier outdoor things. I had 2 3-foot wreaths. I had some of those big artificial pine garlands, and with the fireplace, it's pretty, but it's so bulky and it's so much to store, and it was just a little bit more than what I wanted to do. So we're down to this one bin, and I'm kind of happy about that. I'm hoping next year to be down a little bit more, but we'll see where we're at. We've got this adorable little 3-foot tree. I actually got this several years ago for our porch. And then last year I decided was the last year that we were going to, buy a cut tree. And I just wanted to go with something small like this. It's kind of cute. It's got the white lights already on it. And then I added this extra string of red, white, and green lights from Target, just to make it a little bit more colorful. Just a little bit of beads. And I love these little red icicle-looking ornaments. I love the shape of them. And of course it's got the star from our traditional tree, which is like 2/3 the size of this tree, which I think is kind of hilarious, but it works. So that's the tree that we've got. We've got it on a table in the window, since I don't have any lights outside this year. So at night when it's lit up, you can see it out the window. And then it's very bright outside today. The sun is out. But I kind of showed some of these on Halloween on our minimalist living room tour. But we've got these cute window crayons. So I drew Santa this year, as well as, let's open up this one here for you. I've got Rudolph here too. And let me tell you, it's not easy. Oh goodness, we've got a cat that wants to be part of Christmas. Okay. The set of window crayons that I have only comes with black, red, yellow, blue, and green. It doesn't come with a brown, so I kind of made a brown by mixing yellow, black, and red, and it worked out okay. I'm reasonably satisfied with it. And then RJ threw in some Christmas trees, which I thought was adorable, because I was complaining that I didn't use green at all, and it's Christmas. So he drew some Christmas trees. And actually, we can get a little peek through Santa's beard outside here. All I've done for an outside decoration this year is that little red ribbon wrapped around our porch pole there with a bow at the top. I've seen that done before. I actually got the ribbon at the Dollar Tree, Dollar Tree. And I just like the way that looks, almost like a little candy cane look. And then I also found a little bow in storage that I never use. And I had a tiny little wreath hanging from it, so I put that up on our front door. But that's all for outside. I had thought about, I actually saved a set of these red, white, and green lights to wrap around the pole. But I got to thinking this year, I'm going, you know what? Then every day I have to go out to turn them on because we don't have like a switch or a timer or anything. And then I have to go out again to turn them off because I have to unplug them and plug them back in. And it's just too cold and I didn't want to do it. So we just have some ribbon wrapped up out there. And then moving over to the fireplace, which, was a big selling feature for when we did buy this house. And it's perfect for decorating in Christmas. So we've got our little wreath up here, which I'm still on the fence about. I actually have it listed for sale on a yard sale Facebook page. We kind of want to replace it with one of those pallet wood signs. We've actually already started painting it. RJ painted it green and white, and I want to paint like a Merry Christmas or Happy Holidays on it or something like that. Instead of the wreath. It'll be easier to store, and we just like the way that it looks, so this is still kind of up in the air. And then since I got rid of the artificial pine garland, I just kept an extra strand of lights and just kind of draped them across the mantle here. And then of course it is a fireplace. We've got our stockings. There's mine, Gavin's, and RJ's. And then we have the singing bears. It's a bit of a point of contention at this point. I'd like to downsize them. The fact that we have 4 is just so excessive to me, but Gav's not letting me yet, so I might try and unload a couple before Christmas next year so he doesn't remember. I don't know. Does that make me a monster? We'll see. But of course they all sing, and the one all the way on the far right tells a story the night before Christmas. So that's all of those. So that's basically our main setup for Christmas. With Santa, are we going to focus? Santa and Rudolph, I think they're really cute. And then I'll show you here, we have just a little bit more in a couple other spots in the house. So we'll cut over to Gav's room next. So pardon the mess in here. This is Gav's room. He's 4.5, so it's definitely a struggle to keep it clean. But last year I let him use that little 3-foot tree that we're using in the living room. So he was all excited this year about having his tree again. So I had to explain to him, well, we're going to be using that tree in the living room. That's going to be our main tree. So I decided I needed to get him a little tree, and I think this little tree is so cute. I got it at the Dollar Tree. I think it's considered 18 inches tall, so it's only $1. I threw a little bow at the top. I had a tiny little strand of lights that fit perfectly on it, and then Gavin has these little Mickey Christmas lights. Let's see if we can turn them on here. There we go. Those are battery powered, so he wrapped those around there, and then he's got a couple of his own ornaments. He's got a Ninja Turtle ornament, he's got a little personalized snowman ornament, a couple other personalized ones. He made this little reindeer at my parents' house, so that's his little tree in his room. And he's also got a little Christmas Mickey, and then he made this little tree at preschool with the numbers on it there. So that's his setup. And then we've got one more place in the house where we've got a little decoration. So I will show you guys that in just a minute here. All right, and finally, last but definitely not least, these guys are my absolute favorite Christmas decoration. I kind of half jokingly, but mostly serious, said to RJ that given our plan here that we want to fully downsize to the point that we're, traveling out of our Jeep, I told him that these are the guys that are going to come with us. You know, we don't need any sort of wreaths or trees or anything, obviously, if we're going to be living in such a tiny space, but these guys are coming with us. I think they are so cute. We got them at Lowe's a number of years ago. RJ is a big fan of reptiles, so when we saw Christmas-themed geckos, we absolutely had to have them. So they actually normally go up on the mantle. Sorry, I'm having a hard time focusing here today. That's all right. So they normally live up on the mantle during Christmas, and at some point or another they got set on the kitchen counter, and I just kind of left them here because I spend more time at the kitchen counter than in the living room probably. So they're here with me in the kitchen with our Christmas candles, and I just think they're so cute. I absolutely love these two little guys. So that's our setup. You know, it's still in progress. There's still things that I want to downsize, simplify. You know, I don't know if I'll be able to get away with trying to eliminate the tree next year. There's a kind of a DIY idea that I saw. If you're familiar with Samantha Lindsay, she's a minimalist on YouTube, and she had this adorable idea where she took a vase and put some white Christmas lights in it, and then put some fresh cut evergreen branches in it. And, you know, we live in an area where we have access to a lot of those, and I just thought it was a really cute idea. So I'd love to be able to do something like that. But of course, with a child in the home, I don't know if I'll be able to get away with it, so we'll see. You know, I'd love to get it down to the point where, you know, not only do I, you know, not even have a full bin like this, which I don't think it's going to be absolutely, you know, overflowing full like it used to be with all the stuff that we eliminated. I think it's going to be, you know, half to 3/4 full. But I have an even smaller bin inside here, if I can see it. That little black bin there. I would love to be able to downsize to the point where I just have that little black bin. I know that's, you know, I'd still have a long way to go to get to that point, but I think that would be my next goal. But so far this is working for us this year. I was looking forward to, you know, what I had planned in terms of downsizing this year, and it being a lot easier to put up and take down, and I think it's really cute. So we've made a lot of progress. We've got a ways to go, but you know, it's working for us this year. I hope you guys are enjoying Christmas and the holiday season and relaxing and having a good time with family. And we will catch you all again soon. Have a great day, and have a Merry Christmas.